What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Blue. This is the 7th flight of the Moser Racing Formula 1 World Tour. This time, we have a short trip from Italy to Monaco. It's a nice clear day, and we're expecting a very scenic flight. So we will have the luxury of transporting our VIPs in style in this private twin-engine prop aircraft, as well as a luxury helicopter. I can't wait. Let's get set up. So this is the Cessna 414 Chancellor. It's a twin-engine prop, and first things first, we're gonna need to get fuel to do our flight. So we're gonna go ahead and go on the left tank, and it should be about 41% over there, and about 41% on the right. There we go. That's gonna give us a total of 501 pounds. We need a minimum of 487. So we have a little bit extra in case we need to worry about any weather. So that engine noise you hear outside is actually the ground power unit. That's actually supplying the aircraft with power at the moment so that we're not draining the battery. So we'll go ahead and get the exterior doors shut. So let's close those nose doors. All the baggage is loaded and we are basically ready to go. The passengers are also on board behind us as well, and they're ready to go. So let's go down here and reach for the control lock. I'm going to remove the control lock, and we'll also hide the yoke so we can see all of the switches down there below there. And then we'll go ahead and reach down to the left side, and we will move that up and click on the battery master switch. I'm going to also move up the guard there for the magnetos. Make sure that our nav lights are on, anti-collision lights are on. Make sure we're clear, and let's go ahead and fire up those engines. So magnetos all to on. Let's move our mixtures to full rich. Our props are full forward. We're gonna crack the throttles here, and again, check left, check right, clear. Good to go there. Firing up engine 1 by pressing the red button right there. Oh yeah, love it, love it, love it. Alright, again, clear on the right, starting number 2. Oh yeah, man, that sounds good. Man, that sounds good. So we want to bring our RPM to about 1,000 RPM, so we'll bring our throttle back. And there we go, around 1,000 RPM, that should be good. We'll turn this thing on so we can see our fuel flow. Now we'll reach down here and turn on our alternators, right and left, as well as our avionics. And we have our Garmin GTN 750Xi here on both. Click continue. And we'll be switching our radios over to 122.80 and transfer.
TOS system test okay.
Alright, there's a TOS system test doing its thing. I'm gonna go down here and we'll set up our flight plan now. So we'll click on flight plan. We are in Lima, India, Papa Echo. And our first waypoint will be a VOR of Sierra Echo Sierra. That's over by Genoa, I believe, in the area of Genoa. And then our second and final waypoint is Alpha Lima Bravo. Man, we've been doing a lot of long hauls. I've been doing a lot of long flight plans. So it's really nice to have just 2 waypoints on a flight plan for a flight for a change. All right, and our final waypoint, which is our destination, would be Lima Foxtrot Mike November. That is Nice over in France. And while we're here, we can set up our procedure, low procedure approach. At the moment, expecting runway 04 left. Will not be the ILS, probably the RNAV Alpha, GPS LNAV. That's good. With vectors, we're hitting load that. That's going to put that into our flight plan. We go to back, and now we go to map, and we can see our entire flight plan. Let's zoom out here. Just like that. That's our flight plan. Very nice and simple today. So from Bologna, we'll head over the mountains and then follow the coast down to Monaco. And for our runway, the winds have actually changed, so we're going to go for runway 30 for takeoff. Alright, and now just double checking that our parking brake is set down here, and we'll go ahead and let the ground crew know they can remove the ground power unit and the chocks. So remove those. Alright, so the weather here in Bologna currently is winds variable at 4 knots, visibility is clear, view at 5,000, temperature is 28, dew point 14, QNH 1011. So it's definitely a little bit warm today. That's why we have the windows and the rear door still open while we're getting the aircraft started and set up. But let's go ahead and move on to our checklist here for before taxi checklist. And we go to avionics are on and set, brakes are checked, flight instruments are checked. We can set our throttles at 1700 RPM. And check the alternators, magnetos, propellers, flight instruments. Everything is all good for me. We're not going to do a run up today. So throttles back down to 1000 RPM. That sounds so good, especially with that little window pane open. And we're going to set our altitude down here to 9,500 feet. So 9,500 for our initial cruise. If we have to go higher, we will. We should be good to clear the mountains at 9,500 feet. Now let's shut the door. So close here. And on the top. And lock it. There we go. Doors are closed and latched. Reach down here, taxi lights on, and ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to taxi. Get that pitot heat on as well. And brakes released. There we go. Let's go. Sweet, man. Beautiful day to fly. Completely clear skies. Love it. And that over there is the main terminal and control tower here in Bologna. While we were waiting, I saw a lot of Ryanair's flying in and out. So it's a pretty busy airport for Ryanair. There's a Air France over there. Alright, but we'll hold short here behind this Helvetic E190, I believe. Flight control check. So full back, forward, left, right. That looks good to me. Free and correct. At the moment, though, we are clear for takeoff. That E190 is off and airborne. Final is clear, and we are taking the runway. We're good to go. Power full forward. We get a nice rolling start here. Alright, throttle set. Takeoff power set. We're rolling. Airspeed's alive. And rotate. Doesn't take much. Positive rate, gear up. So still following the flight director. You can see here on our GTN, on our GPS map, there are some mountains off on our left wing. If you look outside, we would confirm that that is true. There are some rolling terrain out there, and it's getting a bit higher as you look out in the distance. We're passing 3,500 for 9,500 500, and we should clear them very easily. We could go higher if we wanted. We can go to 18,000 feet if we wanted to. We can go to, you know, 12, 15,000. But we want to stay nice and low. Kind of the whole point of flying this aircraft for this route is so that we can actually appreciate the scenery from much lower altitude. Off our left wing. Oh yeah, I love flights like these. So glad we were able to bring out the Cessna 414 Chancellor for this leg. It's a nice short leg. It's really nice to change it up. You know, we've been flying a lot of really big, heavy airliners for very long distances at very high altitudes, and now we're cruising. This is the lowest cruise altitude we've had the entire tour here in the 9,500 feet above sea level, and doing about 240 knots. Yeah, that's about what we're doing, about 240 knots, so not too bad. We're approaching a few clouds, looking at the weather, and there's a few rain, a little bit of rain in between us and Monaco. And speaking of rain and the weather forecast for the next race, we were wishing for rain over in Imola this past week, and we may have gotten exactly what we hoped for. We were asking for rain, we got rain, but we got way too much of it, and so the Imola Grand Prix sadly got canceled. But it did make for a very fun and challenging approach into Bologna in really horrible weather, and so we should have a nice clear day today once we get past a few of these clouds here over in Monaco. But we're trying to get into Monaco before all the rain gets in, because it is forecast to rain pretty much the entire weekend over in Monaco. We'll see how accurate the forecast is, but we'll at least get rain on one of the race weekend days, whether that be qualifying or whatever. I know they have some new rain tires that they're going to be trying out in Monaco, so it'll be interesting. We haven't, I don't think we've had a rain race yet this year, and those rain races really mix up the field and they change things. And so I'm kind of hoping for a rain race, because I'm kind of tired of Red Bull winning all the races, and you know, Red Bull is pretty good in the rain too, so I wouldn't count them out, but a lot can happen. It's very unpredictable what can happen in the rain. I know Alonso is a great driver in the rain. Mercedes, Russell, and Hamilton are pretty good drivers in the rain. So we could definitely shake up some things over in Monaco, because usually Monaco's a pretty, you know, pretty boring race, to be honest with you. After qualifying is very hard to pass. So I'm just hoping for an exciting Monaco Grand Prix. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but I do want it to be exciting. Some passing, some big risks to be taken. So we'll see. We shall see. I'm excited. I'm just as excited as you are if you're looking forward to the Grand Prix. So one more thing we should do here in the cockpit of the Chancellor is kind of, as we could do a bit better on fuel. Right now we're getting about 34 gallons an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and first pull back the prop, and I'll do about maybe 25. We're not doing this by the book, just FYI. I don't have the manual in front of me. I have not flown this aircraft enough to really know exactly all the perfect cruise settings for different altitudes, but you can do that. This aircraft is extremely detailed. Every single one of these switches work. Everything works. It's a very high fidelity aircraft, and this is becoming one of my favorite aircraft to fly. But all right, so continue. So let's go ahead and move our fuel back a bit. See, as we lower those red knobs, our fuel flow is going down, so we get better fuel mileage, and we're still maintaining speed, so we're still around 240, 245, or 235 I should say, knots, and now we're doing much better on fuel, so we could probably pull this back. That might be too far right there. Yeah, so probably go right around here, so we'll maintain our speed, and that looks good. approach. I absolutely love flying into Nice. I've flown here multiple times in multiple different types of aircraft, big and small. Here we are, short final.
500.
Whoa, that's loud. Nice traffic, Chancellor 16 Bravo now short final, runway 04 left, Nice. Alright, coming down nice and slow. We're a little high, we're letting it glide down here. Runway is clear, looks like there is some traffic coming to the runway, but we are okay. A little slow, just a little bit. We're good, we're good, we're good. Yep, that's 04 left. And come on, baby. And touchdown. There we go. A little bit of left rudder there. There's no reversers in this aircraft, so we'll just let it roll out. We'll hold the yoke backwards and make our way over to the GA ramp. Great flight, beautiful flight, really love that. And guess what? It's not over. We still have one more leg. So this means get to the chopper. Baby. Alright, I'm just gonna flip it around. Nice and gentle, gentle, gentle. There is traffic around us. And beautiful looking terminal here in Nice, France. I've always liked flying here. I've always loved the design of the airport itself. There's a Transavia 737 rolling in. Look at that, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. And that Ryanair is airborne. This will be the perfect place to do plane spotting from a helicopter. So I think this is the absolute best way to fly into the Monaco Grand Prix, in my opinion. We could have flown, you know, we could have flew an airliner, we could have flew one of the bigger planes, one of the bigger jets, but to be honest with you, this is the best way to experience a place as beautiful as this region here. So welcome to France. Looking good so far. We are now clear and away from the airport. So we're just gonna follow the coast all the way up to Monaco. This will be a nice short flight. Again, it's only 10 miles away. And here is Monaco there on the left. You can already see the boats, the yachts, the ship traffic coming in here. There is the marina. And we'll be looking for our helipads somewhere here and around this area. We'll also see if we can spot... Oh, there it is right there, actually. Yep, there's a whole strip of helipads. Sweet. So before we go land there, we are going to take a quick look at Monaco itself before we go and land. We'll give our clients, our customers, a good little aerial view of the area before we bring it down. And matter of fact, I think that right over there is where the Monaco Grand Prix is held. You see that line of ships, I should say that line of boats. Matter of fact, I think, are there grandstands there? Yes. Yes, the grandstands are there and are in place. That is cool. That, my friends, is so cool. So there is the marina down below us. Yep, you can see the track. You can spot it. Wow. That's impressive. Man, I am really looking forward to this race. The streets are just so windy in Monaco, just in general. Like, not just the streets that are for the for the race, but just in general, the streets are just so windy down there. Yeah, that right there is that real tight turn, the tightest turn in Formula One, right there. That 180 turn. It flips around, comes back around here, makes a right turn underneath this big hotel area, and then it's gonna shoot out through here. Yep, you can see the whole track right here. Look at that. And then downhill they go right against the marina. They make a left-hand turn. Where is the chicane? Chicane is right around here. And then there is the famous pool. I think that's the pool that the winner usually dives in for their celebration. I think that's the pool.
500.
Yeah, it's got to be the pool. Here's the here's the pit straight. That's where all the paddock is right there. Yep, everything is there. Everything is there.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Let's go ahead and head back to the helipads, and we'll drop off our passengers and allow them to enjoy the week here in Monaco. Hopefully they brought an umbrella. Yeah, I think this is one of the best ways to get to the Monaco Grand Prix. You don't have to worry about any traffic on the motorway. Alright, let's get it slowed down here so we can land. And Nice is actually the closest airport to Monaco and the Monaco Grand Prix. So unless you drive or take a boat, then the only other option is by helicopter or bike.
Caution, terrain.
And we are down, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monaco. Oh yes, you guys have an amazing week, an amazing race week. I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. Hope you enjoyed the view. Definitely my favorite flight all tour, all season long. Hopefully the race will live up to the hype. Hopefully, we shall see. But guys, you guys having a great week. Until next time, remember you have three choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll catch you guys next time, next video. We out.